So tonight, I'm going to show you guys my workout in bright pink. Look at, I even have diagrams, which I'm the only one that sees them, but it's just a good prompt for me. But tonight we are doing power. And I think we might have done power, but we're going to revisit it. I was going to do movement to pay homage to my moving, but I chose power because I have a lot of frustration from moving. So I have as sort of yin and yang, movement or power. And I was like, screw it, we're going full power tonight. Okay, so welcome everyone. I think we can get started at 7:30. I'm Jill from Beaver Boxing. Tonight we are going to be doing power. Okay, so I'm just gonna, everyone, I'm gonna get you to shadow box. While you're shadow boxing, focus on me. I'm gonna talk about the technical elements for tonight. Okay, so everyone start shadow boxing. I don't know why I'm picking this up. I know all this stuff, but so when I think of power, there's a couple of things that I associate with power. One, the backhand is typically the power punch. Not to say that the lead hand cannot be, but the backhand, and the reason is when you look at your stance, the jab has a shorter distance to go, so it doesn't build the same momentum as the cross. The cross travels across your body. It's taking advantage of more leverage, more rotation, and just more, you're getting more weight behind the punch. Okay? So we will do a lot of stuff that incorporates the backhand. To me, this is a really technical point, and I'm going to put the camera on. So there's a couple of rotational elements that you need to think about. One is your shoulders. When you're throwing, I want to see your shoulders come around. Okay, so you're in your stance. This is your normal stance. When you're throwing that backhand, I want that back shoulder front and present. You won't even see your lead shoulder because it's gone to the back. And the faster you can turn that over, that sort of moment, when you really turn it over, the faster you can make that rotation, the harder the punch will be. Okay, not only is it fast, but it gets harder. Okay, so you can think of the shoulders. The shoulders to me are a good visual check, but if you just focus on your shoulders, you may box with your upper body only, which will decrease your power. So another place to think about is your hips and turning your hips over. So the faster you rotate, and maybe this is why some of the Latin boxers are so great, because they do all these fast technical dancing movements. And so they're used to really moving their hips. And I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I see Canadian guys and they're just like really, their hips just don't move. And it's probably because they didn't grow up kitchen parties dancing. Maybe the East Coasters did, I don't know. But I want you guys also thinking about your hips, okay? Some people, that's not low enough on the kinetic chain. Some people need to think about their knees. And to me, when I box, I often thought of my knees, because when I box, I keep my knees bent, but also when I throw from that backhand, I really bring that knee down, okay? And even when I throw my hooks, my knee really gets into it. The last place you can look to, and I'm going to lower my camera even more, is the foot. When you think about your foot, you don't want it coming up because you will lose power. Keep shadow boxing. If you come up, you need to come around. The weight transfer needs to happen coming around. Okay, so I've done this many times. I don't know if I've done it with you guys, but if I put a bottle next to my foot, if I go high, it's not going to knock over. But if I properly rotate, I should be knocking that bottle there. And the same goes for the lead side when you're throwing a lead hook. So you want your feet, and I want you to think about the whole ball of your foot is engaging with the canvas, not just the toes. And you definitely don't want the whole foot, because then if your feet are totally flat, you're not going to rotate. You need to come up on the ball of the foot to allow your foot, you're like a rudder. You need to rotate to turn, okay? Allow your feet to move to help you return. Okay, let's just do a few little twisty punches. Finish up our warm up, and then we're going right into power punching. And take those over the head. And you can see in this little drill, there's some element of rotation. I'm using my feet. I'm bending my knees. I'm thinking about punched off to the side, like really over rotate. And sometimes when we're learning a skill, it's better to do more than less. So sometimes we over accentuate the movements and then punch down towards your knees. Because in the ring, when you're stressed, you will naturally do less. So sometimes we train a little bit more with the hopes that we do just the right amount. Okay, shake it loose. Let's put our gloves on and we're gonna go, we'll start a little bit slow so that we still have some warm-up time. Okay, this is a drill I got from an Irish coach. I really like it. And it's gonna help you to understand where your power comes from. So you're gonna jump on your right leg. I don't care if you're Southpaw or Orthodox. Everyone's gonna jump on their right leg and they're gonna punch with their left hand. When you jump, that's when you're gonna throw your punch. So you bend the knee, you jump, and as you jump, you punch. If you have to put your foot down every once in a while for balance, that's fine. But it's opposite foot, opposite hand, okay? So right, and I'm gonna be punching with my left, okay? Try to keep your form nice. Try to keep your hands, okay? Boom. This is teaching us to be explosive and helping us to understand how our footwork contributes to the power of our punches. That's it, Gabriel, that's it. And bend down and boom. And try and keep your hands together. Try not to bring your arms out, because if you're doing that, that's balance corrections. Okay, time. Let's switch. Jump on the other foot, the left foot now. Now you're gonna throw with your right hand. Okay? Boom. Boom. And again, try and keep that other hand nice. There's my balance. Boom. I have an Achilles issue on that one foot, so I shouldn't be doing this. That's it. And think about exploding. The explosion happens as your foot leaves the ground. You bend down, it's like you're loading, and then you explode forward. And as you're exploding up on that jump, the punch comes out. You're bringing that weight from your foot and you're bringing it out. Whoa, there you go, Gabriel. That was good. How'd that feel? Hard. Ugh. Okay, time. Let's change it up ever so slightly. This is going to be harder to do. Now you're going to jump and throw with the same foot. Okay? So go back to our right foot. You're going to jump and throw with the right hand. Okay? Try and keep your left hand close. Boom. Okay? This one is definitely technically harder. But the point I really want to make is, how do you create power? And it starts with the feet. Okay? So let's go. Same foot. Jabbing or throwing and jumping on the right. Boom. Boom. Load it and throw it. Load it and throw it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Good. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. I have to make myself the spotlight for everyone. We're all looking at Dan there. That's it. Yeah, and if you have to put your foot down, that's okay. That's just a balance correction. Okay, time. So if you have to put your feet down, it's two things. Either I've gotten distracted and I've let the drill go too long and you're jumping on one leg and you're fatiguing it, or it's a balance correction. So we're putting a lot of weight on one side of the body. So you have to use that other side of that body. You might use it with a movement of the leg or the arm to help create balance, right? Because as boxers, we need to be balanced over our foundation so that if someone hits us, we can absorb without being moved back, okay? And when we get moved back, it's typically because our feet are in a bad position. You know, when your feet are too close together, your foundation looks like this. Whereas if you put your feet shoulder width apart, then your foundation is much bigger, right? But if your feet are too narrow, your foundation is like a rectangle, and that doesn't give you the lateral support. And that's what you need to throw powerful punches. Okay, now we're gonna jump left, throw left. Boom! This one might feel good. Jumping on your left foot, throwing with your left foot. Boom! And as you're exploding, think about that power coming up and just smashing the bag or smashing somebody. That's it. And bend the knee a little bit. Bend and explode up. Don't just do it from a straight leg. You're not going to generate the power you want. You got to bend, you got to coil, release. I think it's much harder for like some body types. I'm sure I probably could get some like 100-pound kid and they could just be like leaping super high in the air and throwing explosively. I'm guessing. Those little kids, they can always do flexed arm hang and all those awful things. Dr. Gentile, be careful with this one in your leg. For you, Pat, you can just bend with your feet, leave your feet on the ground, and then pop up. So just sit down in the punch, boom, and then throw, but don't let your feet leave the ground. As I tell you halfway through the drill. Okay, time. I'm gonna give you a minute to play around with different variations of this. Are you guys starting to see the connection between your footwork and power? Because this is where it all starts with the feet. When I see people with big calves and quads, I think that person's gonna punch hard. That's what I see. That's what I always thought as a boxer. That's what I was always told. As I always was like to my coach, it's like, why? How come why am I in this weight class? Look at these girls, they're so tall and skinny. He's like, you got big legs, you hit hard. And that's basically what I was told. So for me, big legs means you hit hard, right? And it's because if you use your legs, then you're bringing a ton of power up, okay? So we have about a minute and a half, try the different variations, but most importantly, try to establish the connection between power and throwing. Go. Change it up, whichever one you want to do. Again, for you, Pat, you can just squat down, not too low, and then drive it up. You'll get the same, that'll work totally fine. In fact, that could be a new drill for me in the future. Yes. Always 1 foot up. Well, you can, if you have to, yeah. Yeah. Boom. That's it. That's it. Use that leg that's in the air as a balance. Move it around. Everything okay? Oh, here. Goss! We have a bag issue. Can you come and look at it? Goss is going to come and fix it. He's going to take a look at it. 20 more seconds. We can put him on that bag or that last one. You can go to that last bag on the end. Okay, time. Okay, so we've started with our feet and understanding how feet create power. Now another way for me to create power or to think about creating power is through movement. Okay, we just have to make sure the movement is appropriate. Okay, so for this, I'm going to over accentuate a move. I'm going to put it up on my legs. And so from your boxing stance, this one, I want your back foot, I want you to stomp and rotate and throw. So from your stance, I want you to stomp and throw. Okay? Because what we're trying to do is a little bit like stealing from the Tai Chi, the community, is we're taking that power and we're shifting it and then we're displacing it somewhere else. So take it, stomp, throw. Okay? Very hard stomp. I want to hear it. Boom, boom. Okay? Make sure when you do your stomp, put the foot down, but let the heel come up when you go to do your rotation. Look at you, my knee dropped down. I'll do it again. I stomp, boom. Look at my knee dropped, my heel rotated. Okay? Ready? Minute and a half, then I'll pause and we'll go to the left side. Ready? Box. Stomp, boom. These are just single hand shots. Hard. Stomp. Throw that weight. It's all about the weight transfer. I'm moving weight to the heavy, to the backhand side, and then I'm throwing it all forward. Stomp, accentuate the move, throw it forward. At the halfway mark of this round, we're going to start stomping on the lead side and throwing the jab. I think the pin got stripped, eh? Yeah, I've seen that on another bag. That's it. Stomp, bend the knee, let that foot rotate. Lululemon, yeah, I want to see more rotation of the foot. It's not good just to stomp and not move your foot. That's half. That's it. And that whole, remember what I showed you with my shoe? Whole ball of the foot. Yeah, rotate on the ball of the foot. Jonathan, for you, instead of stomping back, stomp a little bit to the side. Boom. Yeah, even a little bit less. Come forward a little bit more. So you see here, watch. Boom. Yeah. There we go. Okay, time. Half time of the round. Now we're going to stomp left. You see how I'm taking that weight? Look what's happening to my shoulder. Remember I talked shoulder, hip, knee, foot. Bringing that over, and then boom, jab. Stomp, jab. Okay? So you're going to throw that weight forward, you're rotating your body, and then you're going to uncoil. Ready? Go. Halfway through the round, finish it off. That's it. That was nice, Mohammed. Good. Beautiful use of reach. Nick, you are perfectly hiding behind your bag. There you go. Now I can see you. Oh, now you go. No, yeah, let me see. Yeah. That's it. The stomp has to be slightly off to the side. So, Pat, I really want you focusing hips up. Forget the legs. This workout for you is hips up only. So you're going to have to generate power from your hip up. You're really going to have to turn your hip and bring your shoulders into it. Forty more seconds. Ah. Ha. Ha. And let that foot rotate. Very nice. Eugene, more stomp, more stomp. That's it. Boom. Throw that weight. Put those shoulders over that front knee. When you stomp, I want those shoulders coming over that front knee, over your foundation, and then bring it back to the middle. That's Jillian. She's stomping up the storm over there. knocking people out and didn't even notice. She's off to my side here. That's it, Sandy. Just don't be putting your hands through your lighting stuff. Oh, it's way in the back. That was it. Nice, Nick. That looked good. Okay, time. Okay, we're gonna go back to this drill, and I just wanna point out some additional things. So when we're stomping to the right, look at where my foot goes. It's going to the side, but it's also coming forward a bit. Because remember, my opponent this is where they are. They're up in front of me. So if I take my foot away, or if I take my foot too far out, I'm never gonna hit them. So I'm actually kind of stepping forward a bit. Let me do this. I'm in my stance right now. So look at me, I'm almost stepping forward. My feet are almost parallel, but my target is over there. So then I rotate back into it. So I'm gonna stomp, and it's the rotation. So this drill actually works very nicely for teaching angles, because I'm stepping off the angle, I'm loading to my back leg, putting my weight over my back knee, and then rotating back towards the target. So make sure you step away from the target and then rotate back into the target, okay? But remember, if I step too far away, I'm getting too far to hit the target. So you actually have to bring the back foot, it has to step, and it has to actually come closer. It's weird to think that you're actually bringing your back foot forward, but that's what you need to do, because if that's where the target is, that's where I'm gonna hit, okay? If I'm doing on the lead side, watch where my body positioning is, right? I'm here, I'm stepping off the angle, putting my weight over my front knee, and then I'm gonna rotate back into it. Watch my feet. There's two choices on this one. So I step over, load, bend my knee, and then look at how I rotated on my back foot. This is where my rotation comes from, but I will acknowledge a lot of other people will rotate on the front foot. Both are totally fine. I'm gonna guess at an even split. Over my years of teaching, you will either, on the lead side, you will either naturally rotate with the back or to the front. You'll do one or the other. So neither is wrong. It's just where you're carrying your weight. Okay? So let's do a minute and a half. You guys can explore stomping left or stomping right. You can do it all left, all right, or mix it up. Ready? Go. Rotate back towards the target. You're stepping off the angle, away from the target, then you need to come back into the target. Stepping off the angle, away from the target, boom, rotating back into the target. Okay? Make sure your feet are part of the solution. I was gonna say part of the problem. Don't let your feet be part of the problem. Boom. Make your feet part of the solution. What are your feet doing? They're stomping, they're twisting. Is your knee bent? Your knees, both of them, not just singular here. Okay? What are your hips doing? Are they turning fast and hard? Because they should be. If you want to hit hard, you got to turn those hips, right? That's why Canelo Alvarez hit so hard. He grew up doing all that salsa and merengue. I'm going to stop dancing because I'm dancing like someone from Manitoba. You're about halfway through the round, so if you want to switch it up, this is a good time. Again, what are your shoulders doing? Pay attention as you rotate. You should see your shoulders move. What are your hips doing? Definitely rotating. Your knees are bent. They bend more in the punch as you gotta drop the knee. And definitely the foot needs to move. Do not box flat-footed. 1 minute to go. That's it. This is all power punching. Very tiring. It's like, let him go. But it doesn't have to be tiring. Use technique to help you throw more powerfully. Use your technique. Rotate, load, unload. Take time. We're going to do one more round of this, except now I'm going to ask you to throw more punches. So now you're going to start a combo, and it can be 2 or 3 punches with a stomp, boom, bah. Okay? Stomp, boom, bah. I don't care what you throw. It should probably just happen naturally. And I'm going to guess the side you're stomping on will be the first punch thrown. And it may be like an upshoot. It could be like an uppercut. I'm not really sure. It can be like a nice like up jab. Or if you're throwing for the back, it could be an overhand. It could be underhand. It doesn't matter. It's going to be where your body's carrying your weight. Feel it, allow it to happen, but throw 2 or 3 punches after. So stomp, throw, bah, bah. And finish this combo. This is a death combo. This is when you're going to finish someone off in the ring. Okay? Let's finish things off in the ring. Ready? Box. Stomp. Boom, boom, boom. You can just do 2 or 3. Pat, you can go back to the original one where you just squat, come up and throw. So squat, come up and throw. That's it, really drive it from the hips, but leave your feet flat. Pat's got a knee injury. That's what my instruction is for her. Slightly different. The rest of you, I want to see the feet moving. That's it, don't come too high on the foot. Dan, you're coming up a little bit high on the foot, almost up on the back toe a little bit. Leave the ball of the foot connected to the floor. The more connection you have, the better. It's a fine balance. You don't want too much, because then you can't rotate, but you don't want just your tippy toes, because then you're gonna punch like a ballet dancer up on your tippy toes. There's no connection. You need, yes. It would be very hard to block. That could be a drill. Punching on your tippy toes. Ooh, I'm drill generation tonight. This is good for me. Thank you, guys. Halfway through the round, stomp, boom, boom, boom. Stomp, boom, boom, boom. Jillian, don't just, when you think, don't bring your hand up. So leave it on your chin, then throw. That's it, good, Eugene, good hand placement. That's it. Let it all be fluid. Don't stop and pause. Let it all happen. It's got to be continuous and fluid. Don't chop it up. Don't stomp and pause. Pause is good, but not in this drill. You got to let it flow. The power just flows. The more you allow it to happen, the better it is. When you throw combinations, first punch could be hard, but if you're throwing a 3-punch power combination, I'm guessing the 3rd punch is going to be the hardest. 20 seconds left in the round. Boom, boom, boom. Bum, bum, bum. Use my sound effects if you like, if it helps. Time. Okay, we are going to work specifically on 4 different combinations. I'm going to do little 1.5-minute rounds so we get all 4 of them in. Okay, the first one is going to just be cross hook. So let's just look at what's happening here. Cross, watch my shoulders. They're looking beautiful, beautiful. There's cross. Watch my hips now. Whoa, look at that. Whoa, look at that. See how much rotation there was? My knees, boom, dropping, boom, coming in. And if Look at my feet. Let's go all the way down. Cross, rotation. I've knocked my water bottle over. Boom, I walk my next water bottle over. Okay, so cross, hook. The next combination we're gonna do, we're gonna switch the order. We're gonna go hook, cross. So I'll give you a 3-minute round, but a minute and a half of each, okay? The hook cross might not be as powerful. It's harder to generate power in that lead hand because you don't have as much rotation, but if you use good technique, it can be a smoker. Ready? 3-minute round, starting with hook, cross, box. That's it, Muhammad, right off the bat. He throws up just a powerful, almost put his bag through the wall. That's it, good rotation of the knees. Sandy, very good knee drop. That's it, let those feet move, you guys. Matthew, more foot. More cowbell. You watch Saturday Night Live. More cowbell. Ooh. Lululemon, you know what's happening is your back foot, you're just kind of coming up and you're just like, yeah. I would say this to all of you. Pay attention more to the back foot. That's the problem child here. 30 seconds and then we're going to switch to the lead hook cross. Until then, cross hook. Check your different points. Your shoulders moving? Are your hips moving? Are your knees dropping? Are your feet rotating? That's it. Jonathan, I look good. Stefan, more rotation on the lead foot, a little more on the lead foot. Okay, switch, lead hook, cross. Lead hook, cross, go. Good, that's better. Matthew, that looks better. That's it, you guys. Think about your different points. Shoulders. You should see that shoulder of the hand you're punching. Hips. The faster you rotate them, the faster you move them, the more power you're going to generate. Turn those hips. Get the knees involved. Drop them for power, for balance, stability. And let the feet move. The feet need to move. Every punch has some bit of footwork to it. That's it, Eugene. I like that you're sort of like building some momentum there. I like that. Okay, time. Okay, let's change up the combos. These are, again, we're going to split this one halfway through the round. The first one is cross, hook, cross. Look at how much I rotated my shoulders on that. Boom, bah, bah. Same with the hips. Boom, boom, boom. And then the knees and the feet, okay? Figure out which one is giving you the problem and focus on that, okay? Some people, shoulders is good, but like for me, when I work with my high performance athlete, for her, she has to focus on the knees. Otherwise, she doesn't throw powerful. She throws like the 51 kilo girl. But when she uses her knees, she's throwing like a way heavier boxer. She got some good heat on those punches. Okay, so she has to focus on the knees. And a little thought again, I'm going to bring my shoe up into this. I want you guys to think about like putting out a cigarette, but you see it on the ground, you're like, ugh, disgusting. Ugh. Or a bug. Ugh, ugh, ugh. So I need you rotating, and it's got to be that whole top of the shoe. You can't just do it on the toe. It's not gonna work, okay? Ready? Starting cross, hook, cross, box. Don't stand so close to your bag that you cheat yourself out of rotation. Take a little bit of distance from your bag to allow those punches their full opportunity to hit hard. Don't shortchange your punches by standing so close to your bag. You're like driving like a lady, driving so close to the steering wheel. You gotta have full extension of your arms. Okay? If you're too close, you're shortchanging your rotation. That's it. Cross, hook, cross. Let the flow. This is where we're really starting to build in the particular combo. And as you grow, you're building speed, you're building power, you're building momentum. I shouldn't even say you're building power. You're building speed and momentum, and that's creating the power. Gabriel, what's going on over there? You ate too soon before workout? No. I got a problem over there. Not sure what's going on. Taking lots of rest. Doug, what's wrong with your friend? Oh, he didn't eat. I thought he maybe ate too soon. He's got a little bit of indigestion. I'll tell you the spaghetti story after this round. Okay, change it up. Hook, cross, hook. Halfway through the round, go. Hook, cross, hook. Same two punches, just a different order. Really? Yeah, that's it, Joe. Gabe, let's call you Joey. That's it? It is? Yeah, it is Joey. Bend your knees a bit more, Joey. Sit down in your punch. Sit down a bit more. I do think sometimes girls have an advantage with hip rotation because girls have a little bit, naturally a bit more hips. And so we're used to using like hip rotation. It just comes a little easier. I think guys are just not, I don't know. Maybe it's a generalization, but girls always seem to know how to turn their hips. 20 more seconds. Hook, cross, hook. Bend the knees. Everybody, keep your knees bent. Time. Okay, we're going into, we have time for just a quick one. I want to do a little bit of in and out, okay? So this time, you guys, I want you just to step in with a hard jab. You see how much I sat down there? And then throw across. And then step out. Step in, cross. Long punches. Just lots of continuous. Hard jab, cross. But I need that momentum. When you step forward, you're creating that momentum with the jab and then rotating, okay? So again, shoulders, hips, knees, okay? But start far enough away from your bag that you can absolutely not hit it until you step in, okay? So one, and then you gotta move back out again. In and out. Ready? Go. That's it. I want you generating power. Generating power. Step in. Row. Don't reach. You don't need to reach. If the technique is there, let the technique work for you. Don't try and bring your hands back to throw. Don't try to lean. You have more rotation on your right hand. If you're maybe stretch more on your jab because you're throwing your right and you're landing here. You want to land there. That's it, everybody. Make sure check. That's it, Nick. Excellent positioning from your bag. I like that you're moving in full rotation. Very good, Dan. Looks good. 20 more seconds. That's it. Make sure. Yeah, I like Mohammed. I see him stepping away from his bag. Give yourself room to move. 10 seconds. Chilling, you're getting a bit linear. Use your hips. Time. Okay, we're gonna do a power punch out. Okay, so power punch out to me, low volume, high power. Okay, so probably lots of hooks. If you do want to throw flat-footed on these, that's okay. I know I've been telling you move your feet, but this is one I usually see people, well, you should be rotating your feet. You don't have to do it flat. If I'm doing a lot of hooks, like uppercut, hooks, overhands, hooks, uppercuts. It's harder with the straight punches. 5 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. So work 1 to 2 ratio of work to rest, okay? It may sound easy, but I'm telling you, if you do it right, by the third one, you should be feeling it, like suffering, okay? So I don't need 20 punches thrown. I just need like 5, 6, maybe 3, maybe 8, but not tons, but punching with bad intentions, okay? Like, let's connect with our inner beast, okay? Yeah, ready? I'm gonna get my stopwatch. Ready? Box! Punching with bad intentions. Time! Get your breath. It's like, oh, this seems so easy. Wait, you just wait. Get ready. 2, 1, box! Time! Stay close to your bag. Stay close to your bag. Catch your breath, big inhale, big exhale. Get ready, box! Time! Stay close to your bag, you're going in 5 seconds. Take a deep breath, and box! Time! Get ready, box! Oh. Time! Sorry, I cheated you on some rest there. I'll get us back on track. How you guys feeling? You feeling it? You can feel power punching is exhausting. You're getting a little extra rest here because I'm getting caught up. Ready, box! Time! Power. Bad intention. Ready? Box! That's it. Hard. Time! We're a little over halfway down the round. Halfway? Yes, halfway. Ready? Box! Right away when you hear me say box, you're going to start throwing. Time! You only got 5 seconds, so when you hear me say that word, you gotta go. You can't be fixing your hair. Ready, 2, 1, box! Time! 3 left. Big inhale. Use your technique. Ready, box! Punching with bad intentions. Time! 2 left. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Box! Time! Last one. 3, 2, 1. Box! Time! Okay, everybody shadow box for 1 minute, low pace. Just, yeah, you take your gloves off now. We're done punching. shadow box. And I want you, as you're shadow boxing, I want you to think about those different things that we did. I want you thinking about, just as you're moving around, really think about moving your shoulders and think about how that brings the hips into play. And if you're thinking about your hips, how it brings your knees into play, bending them. Look at how much up and down I'm doing. Bending the knees. And then, oh my goodness, the feet want to move too. Okay? So think about these different things. Maybe you start at the feet. Oh, my feet want to move. Oh, and then my knees want to join in. Okay? So just slow, nice, fully rotated punches. See, I'm using my calm voice now to help bring us down. As always, I'm always running over. I really do need an hour class. It's my sweet spot. Okay, time. Okay, tonight I am gonna skip abs, but I am gonna do a neck stretch with all of you because I find that a lot of my boxers are like, this is natural. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That's not natural. And they're like, yeah, this is natural. No, this is natural. You know, you have to reclaim your neck. Okay, so I want us to take our chin and put it into our armpit and just pull our shoulders back. Do you feel that stretch? And then look up and then other armpit. Hopefully you washed your gym shirt tonight, but if you didn't, enjoy the aroma. It'd be worse if we were in a teenage boy class. Whew. Some serious smell going on there sometimes. Other side, go back, and this time take the hand with the same hand. Just pull it down a little bit towards. So I'm putting my chin into my left pit. My left hand is pulling on my head, and my right hand is pulling down. Take it up, over to the other side. Pull it down, and drop that left hand. You might even feel a little bit of stretch there. Pull it into your pit. Ooh, that feels so good. Okay, take it up. And I just want you to roll your shoulders out. And the reason why I'm talking on rolling forward, the reason why I'm talking about this is because I want everyone to do this for a second. Just get into your boxing stance. I'm going to finish off on a little thing. And when I tell people to keep their hands up, people usually do this, which is contributing to our neck strain. And see this? So they're thinking this is keeping their hands up. Their hands are definitely up. But that's not the way we want it. When you want to keep your hands up, just bring your shoulder or your elbows forward just slightly, right? You don't have to do this. You just have to bring your elbows forward just slightly, not a lot, just slightly. And it accomplishes the same thing, but it keeps your neck relaxed, okay? So there's a little structural tip. I'm gonna finish with a little funny, what? I'm gonna finish with a little funny story about the pit odor. I boxed a girl, it was in Ottawa, and she was this Italian girl, sorry, Pat, Italian girl from Montreal, and she had the nastiest BO. We got into the clinch right away in the fight, and she had the worst BO. I was like, and she was tall, like I needed to be in close to fight her, but I was like, that is so bad. I cannot get near that. So I boxed as a short person on the outside the rest of the fight because I was like, I am not putting my face anywhere near that business. It was awful. But again, you know, honestly, a really effective strategy on her part, right? Hey, little short person, come in, push your face in my armpit. So anyways, that's my little funny boxing story for tonight. Thank you all for joining me. My crew in Toronto, thank you. See, Pat, she's like, it's okay, Jill. You can make fun of the Italian girls. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you. Hopefully, I'll see you Friday night. Okay. Ciao, ciao. Bye, Mohammed.